We'll get started. If we can rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's my cell phone. I should have turned it off.
You want to get it?
No. I should have turned it off.
Well, it's gonna ring. Like, who keep ringing?
No, no. Okay, can I get a motion to approve the agenda for today?
So moved. Second.
Is there any additions that you would like to add to it? I'm going to add a couple communications later, but I'll just talk about it. So anything else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Right. I get the approval of the 2 minutes from February 10th and February 24th.
Moved. Second.
Okay. Any corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Public participation, would anybody like to be heard? Down there?
Nope.
Okay. Nobody, just for the record, nobody on the floor and nobody online is participating at this time. So, I don't have anything for old business. New business, well, the town would like to do its second annual recycling event. We're going to try to do it in May, on May 14th. We did it last year, it was pretty successful. We did electronics, we did shredding, we did dumpsters where people could come in and clean out their, garage, and we didn't charge, and it's just for town residents only.
So the electronics and all that are, you just take them, or is
No,
there's a fee for
There's a
those?
fee for the electronics, for TV and for that. And now some of them are free, but depending on the size, that's the, I think it's like $15 or $10, depending on the size of the TV. Computer monitors, I think anything under a certain number of inches were free.
Mhm.
So whatever they charge us, that's what we pass the fee on to the residents. We're not here to make money, we're just to break even with
Right.
that. But we do pay the tipping fee for the landfill, gives people an opportunity to get rid of their mattresses and box springs and headboards and some C&D and that kind of stuff. So, all right, the other thing I just want to mention too, under new business or communications, is I did apply with the city of Auburn in conjunction with the city to DEC's offering a new asset management program. We already have an asset management program in place. We do it through Ursula, but it's through Barton LaJudas helps us do that. But Barton LaJudas Funding is applying to be the engineer that's going to be overseeing this grant with the DEC. And so we do pay a few $1,000s a year for the asset management program, but if we can get the same program for free, we're applying to see if they're only selecting 50 communities in the state. So we're teaming up with the city to give our chances a better chance to go with the city of Auburn. And if we get it, and the reason why we can go with the city is because of the sewer. We send sewer to them. Tim O'Brien, the engineer there, is the one I'm working with. Also, just to make you aware, AWWA, American Water Works Association, because they're a national organization that for water departments and stuff. They want to do a video of our facility. We are selected nationally because of our granular activated carbon units. So they want to come up and do a video with John Carter and our engineer. And so when I called the engineer, John Carter really didn't want to do it, but I called the engineer up. I said this would be a good opportunity for them to showcase what they did, as long as they didn't, charge us for for coming out here, and it would be good promotion for them, but it would highlight what we did up there in our $4.5 million project. And so not too many people across the country have it. So with us participating, they'll give us access to the webinar. We can have two people actually attend the webinar when they show that video. So I think we'll get a copy of that video. I can show it here at the town board too, if when the time comes. They're going to be talking with us. We had a few small conversations, but there'll be more to come on that. The other thing I wanted to do is, again, the city of Auburn did a DWSPD grant, which is it's for water as well, and it's to protect the watershed. So the city of Auburn got the grant, but I've been participating with the city with that grant, but they asked that this town of Owasco also participate for this grant. So I basically taking the city of Auburn's application. I requested several letters of support from the county, from the city, and different engineers, and I will be taking the city's application, regurgitating a lot of the language, but I'll be submitting the grant on our behalf to participate in the DWSPT grant application to help give us more clout for the watershed. And the last that came in today is Pat Doyle got a request from the developer of solar panels off of the solar farm, maybe back on behind your father's house in that area back there.
Oh, really?
So more to come on that. So there's more funding out there, more available. So I guess they're going to look into it, and the application will come to the town board, but when we get it, correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, we'll defer it to the planning board after we get the application for that PDD.
If it's a PDD.
Yeah, it'll be a PDD.
If it is.
Yeah. It would have to be a PDD. Okay. So I'll keep you posted on that solar farm,
PDD.
Plan Development District.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. So,
I'll write that down.
yep, PDD. So that's all I have for the new business that we're talking about. So the first resolution on today's agenda is a resolution for paving the parking lot next door, making it a one-way traffic. We haven't decided which way it's going to be yet, but I wanted to bring this up because we had to go out to get quotes and get the price to see what it's going to cost, to see if it was within our budget amount. We budgeted $45,000, and depending on where the price comes in for material, we're going to be about $400 over budget, but it may be lower because we don't know what the price is. We budgeted high on the amount for the material. So can I get a motion for discussion?
Move. Second.
Discussion.
Just as a point of clarification for anybody, the vast audience that I'm sure we have. Vitale Companies, the paving company is a separate entity from, you don't have any interest is what
I was gonna abstain because my brother,
okay.
I don't have any interest. I don't make a penny on that company. I have none whatsoever, but I will abstain from voting.
People see the name.
Oh, I know where
Yeah.
you were going.
Yeah.
I know where you're going. No, I'm gonna abstain.
I looked at the county, they were part of the 2021 county bid. And so if it's under county bid, we don't have to.
Yep.
If the 2022 bids are being approved by the county legislature this month, and we will have a document, and everybody's holding their prices. And the only thing we're getting from the company is the labor and the machinery and the trucking. The other material we're buying directly from Hanson, if Hanson gets the state contract bidding, and we don't know what that price is yet. That's why it says here approximately. So we will be paying directly to the vendor for that. And this is what within the budget that we set out. This is not part of the CHIP allocation money because it's not a street project. It's a public under general account. So we cannot put it in under the CHIPS project for the road resurfacing. So any further discussion?
And the plan is to disconnect the driveway through over to there.
So, yeah,
You're gonna
so
have
the
a
only-
parking area here and a parking area over there. Or
Yeah, the only really, I think the way, and debating, this has always been a one-way, both-way traffic in and out of this parking lot. And if you come in here under the, during school time, and the buses are backed up, people are cutting through here, traffic, especially in the summertime, kids are cutting back and forth, and it's been crazy, and kids have been potentially getting hurt back there. So what we would like to do, with discussion with the office staff here, is to have them come in and the new parking area come in as a one-way entrance. There would be a little loop to the existing parking lot, and they will be a one-way out. And one of the things would be Tammy was like to do, because of COVID brought this up, is to get a bank window by the back thing here, so elderly people and people who want to stay in their car can just drive up like a bank teller. They could micro intercom it or whatever, and they could communicate and have a drawer so people don't have to get out of their car. And so we're looking at that possibility, and they would just exit right here, so they wouldn't be able to come in here. They come in through the new parking lot, loop around the back, and come out this way. It'd be a looping area.
And
we
then you
anticipate-
block off so that people couldn't cut all the way through.
Right,
is,
yes,
I think
yeah,
what you're.
it'd be a
yeah.
chain, there'd be a
Yeah.
chain across there. And so one of the things that we thought about, we would do the prep work ourselves with the highway department, would do the prep work. They would take some of the fill out of there and fill in some of the hole over here. And there'd be a potential, if we block it off, to maybe, because we'll have we won't have the through traffic anymore, we'll be able to get a couple extra parking spots. So we'd have parking behind the shelter. We'd have parking over here, and then a few more parking spaces right by that field that we own, right by the entrance right here. If we block that off. So that's the plan right now. We're within budget, and the other, so before I get into anything else, that's any other topics on it? All those in favor?
Aye.
Right. And Mike's abstain.
I abstain, yeah.
Okay. Okay. By the way, we still have allocated funds to get a generator for town hall in case the power goes out. And the other thing we also budgeted for this year is to throw some more installation in the attic because of the ice built up in here, and also to replace the roof on the majority of the building. We did do the front and one side like 5 years ago. But the rest of the building needs to be, because the ice built up and ripped the shingles off, and so we did allocate money. I think we allocated $69,000 for that, to get the roof taken care of. And so, but we'll take bids for that and look into that. Next thing on the agenda is to approve the application for the Owasco Farmers Market this year. Can I get a motion for discussion?
Move. Second.
Tammy, this is your project. You want to explain it, key it up?
Well, Rick's really done the adjustment on it. The biggest part was to add the 21-year-old consent form onto this, that they must be 21. The reason for the adjusting of the application is if we do have the brewery coming, we wanted to make sure everything was covered that way on our application. And then the insurance company sent over a mass for the mass mass gathering, but Ed feels it's not a mass gathering
it's
again.
not, yeah, it doesn't meet.
Right,
Yeah.
so we don't
I
have
kind of
to,
tweaked the existing one a little bit, and then I also gave what Tammy received from our insurance carrier to see if anybody had any thoughts to tweak any of those, insert any of those conditions. And they had one that was focused on.
Tony Gachardi trying to get in.
No.
Okay.
I was gonna ask if he was in.
He's got to be on the wrong.
Zoom link. Yeah, there's no participant request.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you send it to him?
We should go right to our website. And that's the
Yeah,
link.
have them go right to the
Unless, I
website.
hope you didn't remember, go the old one, but we
Yeah.
did this one last time, this link.
Mhm.
I don't know, do we?
Yeah, yeah, we used this link last time. So go right to the website. That's the best way.
And
Hit Zoom.
hit Zoom.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
But,
sorry about that.
but
Go
I
to the
thought-
website and hit the Zoom
Zoom
link
button.
on the website.
I thought when I talked to Ed,
You just did it
it's been a
again?
while since this board and we got new members have approved it. We haven't, the board hasn't really looked
All right,
at this
let's see.
application in a
Yeah.
while. So
Yeah,
now
you said you
with two new
did. What's the
members,
number? Tony, would you-
It's 2768. It's the last
Look,
four.
the last four numbers are 7386. No, I'm sorry. It's 2768.
You wanted the original.
Says 2768. Is the last four numbers.
oh geez, okay.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm like, didn't you say it?
Yeah, I don't know.
2768. You're clicking it? Can't complete. Are you calling or are you hitting the video? And he tried everything. All right, well, I'll keep you on speakerphone real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
So. Do you
Okay, so
want
it's gonna do that.
to, yeah,
Okay,
416?
Tony Jones.
What were you saying?
Well, I just explained, I had a brief conversation with Ed and I thought it was good to put this on the agenda because the town board has not really looked at the application since the farmer's market was created and we have two new members. So I did some tweaking and I also provided some of the recent information Tammy was able to receive from our insurance carrier.
yeah, so insurance wise, we're good, and then the state sent we had to get officially registered with the state Department of Ag as a recognized market in order to have the beverage, so we're all done with that. They sent that back, but that's all the application in, we're good with that. And then the insurance company, we're good with that, so.
Did they, maybe this is explained earlier, but did they increase our insurance? Did we have to have a larger policy?
She hasn't said anything about that or sent that over. She
Okay.
sent this, said if there was any questions, but she hasn't said it would increase.
All right.
So we're talking about the new farmer's market application that we want to approve, Tony.
I emailed it a few days ago. I think it was Tuesday.
Mhm.
So is there any other questions for Tammy on the application?
So that.
This goes to the vendors.
Yeah, I'm saying the resolution we're passing is the one that.
Yeah,
Is
to approve.
recommended
Mhm.
changes on it, okay.
Mhm. And along with this application, they of course have to turn in their
Yeah.
insurance, their Department of Ag certificates. Their, if they're doing the brewery, they've got a separate license. So all that, whenever they turn in these
I
applications.
think I only gave a
comes
red
with
line,
it.
so we'll just do a clean version,
Yeah,
send it to you, and
yeah.
you can do your magic on it. Because I wanted everybody to see, I changed the year, it wasn't much.
Yeah.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
He's there.
It's from the-
Okay, the next resolution is it's a proposed sewer extension for the property on Owasco, Rockefeller Road. We did this once before, but we had to redo it because they didn't sign the residents didn't sign the right away petition, and so we had to go through the motion again. So what this is doing, allowing us to have a public hearing next month, and then at that point, we would open up to a public hearing, close the public hearing, then vote on allowing them to join the sewer district. All the cost, Rick sent them the cost analysis they had to pay for, and including attorney fees, engineering fees. And this is a mandate by the health department for them to do it because their septic did not pass, their septic system failed last year. What this is a rental home that they rent out for $3,000 a week in the summertime. And people, throw 50 people in there and they overtax the septic but there's nothing wrong with their septic. So it's just, it's always something wrong when you overload it like that. But 90% of the time of the year, nothing's wrong with it. They told me they don't need to get a new septic or a new sewer.
Just
30
for,
only ones, huh?
That so far. So,
just for purposes of when we do that public hearing and the agenda, we want to do it the way we talked about with opening the public hearing at the beginning of the meeting and then having it closed at the end of the meeting.
remember that, Rick, you put on the agenda for next month. Okay. Any other discussion? Did we do an opening?
No, you
Okay,
didn't.
can I get a motion?
Move. I'll second it.
Any further discussion?
Who was the first one? I know it was Mike.
No, one of us,
And Fred,
and Fred.
all those in favor?
Aye.
The next is a resolution to reaffirm that the town board commitment to NYSERDA Clean Energy Communities Program. The board has reviewed. I sent you a scoping documentation, a draft one, and I sent you an updated one this afternoon. But the draft was pretty much, we just cleaned up some of the things that we had. And the board has already passed the Green Energy Community thing. And just for those of you who don't know, it's not public information yet. The DEC is going to release this information either this week or next week, that we are the first community in the county to get the bronze certification. We're the first town in the county to have the Clean Energy Smart certification. Other people applied for the application but never went for the certification. That's what we did initially. Now we're the bronze. We have 170 points. We only needed 120 points for the bronze status. We need 300 points for the silver status. And by passing this resolution and by the committee that's working on this, the energy community program, that we're going to get an extra 600 points if we get the approval. The thing that we're working on right now with DEC is finding people in the community who want to go with here's the, this is this document that I sent you, people that want to go and do, basically it's using the ground to help cool and heat your house, and
Geothermal.
the geothermal, and they want, and there's grants out there. And if we can advertise this, promote it, and if we get 5 people in the community to get into this program, then we get the points. And and there's money available for people who want to do geothermal and help reduce their energy costs. So it's a campaign that we're going to promote, and it helps us toward that silver status that we're applying for. So, like we have a lot of ad hoc committees that are working hard. We have Mike Morris here working with the tree committee. The tree committee is working very hard to establish, and Mike will tell you how Walt is doing a great job, promoting this and pushing this and doing the right thing, and then we have Dave Eckhart, who's a retired geologist with the National Geological Services. He's the chair of the smart community stuff. And we have other people in the community volunteering to do that. And so they're doing great work in putting Owasco on the map by getting us the first certification for this. And when Walt's document comes out with the DEC for the tree board, it'll be the go-to management plan of all towns in New York State. Walt did a super job on that, so proud to have some input on that. So any other questions on that?
Are we able to get points from other municipal owned buildings in the town? Like where are the points limited to, as far as I know energy efficiencies here would
Yep.
get points, but like the schools, projects, the fire stations, any of that count towards?
I'd have to look at it's on the website. I don't know off
Okay.
the top of my head, so I can't answer that.
I just
So,
know that up the hill and next door, they've done a lot of work
Yeah.
in building improvements, so.
Yeah,
it's a,
so I can look-
option to put points for that.
I can look into that. I don't know the answer. So that's what this is for. So I get a motion for discussion.
Move.
Second.
Hey, Tony and Fred,
Yeah.
Okay, all those in favor?
Okay.
And then we have the audit and payment of claims.
Move.
Second,
Any discussion on audit and payment and claims?
The only question I had, and I only went through I didn't go
Yeah.
through the paperwork, you had mentioned generator here. That's not this generator. That's
No.
the 21,000.
That's for
That
the
was-
Martin Point that
Okay.
we've been waiting for the sewer connect thing.
Okay.
That's been on back order for 8 months, I think. And it just
More
came
Just
in.
finally came in.
Huh?
and more than that.
Yeah, more than that. So it was supposed to be installed last September. And it was supposed to be here in July or August and then installed in September. And then I kept on getting pushed back because of COVID. And then we finally got it.
Is that the one that's going, that we talked about when we went around? All right.
Yep, that's the one. Yep, it just came in. And so, so this year the only one we have left is the one at the end of Van Dyne. We put a generator there and then all our pump stations will be, and this was
Emergency power.
mandated by DEC to prevent overflows from happening, because if they shut down, then we can't get a generator there to pump these
Mhm.
things. Now, at one time, we had one generator to do 5 pump stations, so they would have to go to one pump station, pump it down, go to the next one, pump it down, and then go back, and the whole time that there was a power outage. So that's what, so now we're gonna be 100% compliant with that. So,
If you put a generator here, will it have any impact on the parking lot?
no, it'll just be a small home generator, and, gas generator,
In
not
the
gen-
grass
natural
or
gas.
something?
Yeah, it'll be in the back of the
In
building
the
back here.
grass.
There's a little cubby back here where the air conditioners
Okay,
are,
all right, as
so you wouldn't even see it.
long as we don't impact this,
No,
the new blacktop.
no. So the only concerns on over here is, we're not even gonna touch that, so. The only thing we gotta worry about is the curbing, so we may have to remove some of the curbing over here to put the window in so a car can safely pull up, but Tammy's been looking at different arm lengths on these things. And so we'll make adjustments.
Go to McDonald's.
I think we need to check Tammy's arm length.
No.
One of those
Okay.
things. Yeah.
All right, so,
Long arm of the law.
Sure.
so we have a motion. Do we get a second on the audit and payment
Aye.
claims? Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor?
I
Aye. Is there any reason to go into executive session for anybody? Nope. Okay.
I just want to quick before you do close. I did tell him, and I was gonna send something out today. So we are gonna do a collection for Ukraine. We did it when Puerto Rico had the hurricane. And believe it or not, none of you were here at the time. This whole half of the room was full. We took 2 dump trucks over to the state office building in Syracuse. So we didn't do anything advertising yet because we didn't want to bump Holy Families. They had a collection today and the Boy Scouts are collecting at the pancake breakfast. So we didn't want to bump that. But I talked to the priest because the people here, they love to donate. It's amazing. And so I talked to the priest and he's going to call when the next truck is going to be available. Right now, they were concentrating on that truck for the Holy Family collection. And he just doesn't know when the next truck. So just so you
The
know.
cars were backed up at Garden Street.
Oh, I'm sure.
They were-
I'm sure.
they were-
It's such a great community.
They were backed up today. It was a phenomenal turnout down at Holy Family that I was getting phone calls to say the support that they were getting for the collections down there.
Yeah, it's
So
great.
they're gonna be overwhelmed with stuff. So,
It's great.
okay.
The priest feels they'll need it for a long time.
So
So,
Mike, you missed the public to be heard. Anything you wanna, we'll give
No, I'm
you,
good.
we'll
Thank
give you one last shot for
All
forever
set.
hold your
I'm
peace.
all
Okay. Anything else? Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Okay, let your feet do the walk, voting. Okay, done. Thanks, Tony.